The South Dakota Senate takes up a bill this week aimed at helping locating missing Indigenous people in the state. This morning, we'll hear from a sponsor of the bill about the importance of providing more state resources. Plus, how Women's Service Day in Sioux Falls is reaching out to women in need, one kit at a time. Good morning. This is KELOLAND on the Go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your Sunday. We also have your Boredom Busters coming up, but first, our top story. Our warm, windy weekend is fanning wildfires in western KELOLAND. Crews responded to this fire burning Saturday near Fairburn in Custer County on the Buffalo Gap National Grasslands. The fire was burning in rugged terrain, and officials had no estimate on when they'd have the fire contained. The fire has burned an estimated 700 to 1,200 acres. Stay with KELOLAND News for updates on this developing story. A bill calling for more resources in the search for missing and murdered Indigenous people has moved its way through the South Dakota legislature this session. House Bill 1199 passed through the Senate Judiciary Committee on Thursday and is set to be read on the Senate floor tomorrow.
The data speaks volumes. The data says that this is not just a tribal reservation issue. This goes across jurisdictions. So Indigenous women and children are highly vulnerable because of the gaps in jurisdictions. And South Dakota has a lot of isolated areas. So it's a very vulnerable population.
Now, the bill would set up the Office of Liaison for Missing and Murdered Indigenous Persons to help locate them. According to data from the Attorney General's office, there are 107 people missing in South Dakota. 70 of them are Indigenous people. 41 of them are Indigenous women. The Women's Day of Service project filled up kits for women in need Saturday. Volunteers filled as many as 1,000 kits with hygiene products and other items at the MB Gym in downtown Sioux Falls. 6 nonprofit groups are involved in the project to get those kits to women going through homelessness, escaping domestic violence, or those who have survived human trafficking.
During a pandemic, we've all been hit in a different way, and the community really came out this year, even bigger than they did in my first year, wanting to help those that had been hit by the pandemic. And women have been hit harder than men. More women have lost their jobs than men during the pandemic. So unfortunately, these kits are more needed this year than ever before because there's just a group of community here that has been really hit by this pandemic.
And those kits were filled with items donated by the public to Women's Day of Service. Well, let's get our first look at the forecast now with meteorologist Adam Root in the Storm Center. Good morning, Adam.
Good morning, Perry, and good morning, everybody. We're off to a beautiful start to the second half of the weekend. It's already rather warm for this time of year, and it's going to stay breezy as well. 46 as we take a look downtown with a south wind at 18 miles per hour. High-level cloud cover will exit to the east, and we'll have blue skies above. We'll head a little bit further to the west for our next view as we take a look at what's going on in Pierre with a temperature of 47, west winds at 13 miles per hour. It'll be a beautiful day in the central part of South Dakota and really just across the region for that matter. It will be quite nice, but it will be rather dry. There are the conditions at the airport. Again, 46 with a south wind at 18 miles per hour. The dew point is going to stay in the 20s and low 30s. So our relative humidity is going to drop dramatically through the afternoon. As a result, we do have elevated fire weather concerns in place in a similar manner to what we had for the first half of the weekend. 40s and a few 50s East River, unless you're in southwestern Minnesota, you're in the mid-40s to upper 30s. West River, though, not doing too bad as well. 40s with a couple of upper 30s for a good measure, but it is a little on the windy side, especially the further east you go. Now, thankfully, this wind does gradually calm down as we head through the rest of the evening and into the night, with high pressure pushing a very dry cold front out of the region. We do have an opportunity for some moisture to talk about. Details on that coming up.
All right, thank you very much, Adam. Well, the City of Sioux Falls Public Health Director will retire next month. Jill Franken has taken on several big tasks as Public Health Director, but the biggest test came last year with the arrival of COVID-19. Coming up in tonight's Eye on KELOLAND, we'll look back on Franken's career and her leadership during the pandemic. Be sure to watch tonight at 10. Great Bear Ski Valley is hosting a party to celebrate the end of the season. Snurtfest goes from 9 to 5 and includes a limbo and ollie contest at 11 o'clock, a costume contest at noon, a group photo at 12:30, a sled race at 1:30, and a pond skim at 3. It costs $5 to enter each of the events or $20 to enter all 5. Proceeds will benefit the Boys and Girls Clubs of the Sioux Empire. Great Bear is open to the public for skiing and snowboarding during Snurt Fest, but the tubing hill is closed. American Legion Post 15 is serving an all-you-can-eat pancake breakfast from 8:30 to noon at the South Dakota Military Heritage Alliance building on West Russell Street. The cost is $6, $2 for children. Entertainment is provided by Vietnam War disc jockey Dave Rowe. There will also be a bake sale to support tribute to fallen soldiers. The 40th annual Sioux Falls Toy Show features antique toys and collectibles, trains, dolls, games, and more for sale at the Rampoda Exhibit Hall. Today's hours are from 9 to 3. Admission is $5, free for kids 12 and under. More than 80 exhibitors from throughout the Midwest are selling antiques, collectibles, and crafts at Benson's Flea Market from 10:30 to 3 in the Expo Center of the W.H. Lyon Fairgrounds. Admission is $2.50, free for kids 12 and under. The Sioux Empire Community Theater presents The Odd Couple female version. The performance is at 2 o'clock at the Orpheum Theater in downtown Sioux Falls. Adam?
Well, have a great day to get outside if you have the opportunity to do so, with plenty of sunshine to go around and unseasonable warmth to go with it. Keep in mind, our average temperature for a high this time of year is 38. We'll be well above that in many locations, upward of 30 degrees above average in a couple of areas East River as we toe the line of and even get over the 70-degree mark. It is going to be breezy, though, so you will want to keep that in mind. There's our cold front. Nothing really much to it beyond the fact of that's there on the map. We do have high pressure, though, on the back edge of this boundary that's going to shoehorn its way in, calm the wind down, turn it to the northwest, and then do absolutely nothing to cool things down. We stay unseasonably warm through the start of next week. More so south and east, especially by the time we reach Tuesday. Speaking of Tuesday, we do keep an eye on an area of low pressure that will gradually develop and then move through the northern plains, giving us a much-needed opportunity for some moisture. There'll be a rain-snow chance north and west of Sioux Falls, but in southeastern KELOLAND, this should be a mainly rain event as warmer air sticks around for a little while longer. But the track of this low is going to dictate exactly how much cold air we'll have available north and west as to whether this will be a rain-snow event, or in some areas this could be mainly snow. If the low tracks further south and east, we get in on more chilly air. North and west, warmer air is able to win out. Either way, we're not looking at too much in the way of moisture, generally 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch East River, a little bit more out to the west. But again, it's going to be the track of this low. The European model keeping this low north and west. You notice the chance for snow confined north and west of the I-29 and I-90 interchange. But if we look at the American model, it's a little more robust in terms of that cold air coming on in. So it'll be something to keep an eye on over the next 24 to 48 hours. Either way, it's our only decent opportunity for moisture over the next about 5 to 7 days. So it's still something to watch regardless. Highs today, 60s to low 70s with plenty of sunshine to go around. But between the warm air, the dry vegetation, and the breeze we'll have in place, we are going to have that elevated fire weather concern in place across the board. 30s for overnight low temperatures tonight. We do it all over again on Monday, just with a little less wind. We'll have highs once again in the 60s to low 70s. Your 7-day forecast features one more warm day East River on Tuesday as we peak in the low to mid 70s. Then things start to come apart with the passage of that front and low pressure moving through. Wednesday features that chance for some rain and, yes, even a rumble of thunder or two with temperatures around 50 degrees. We'll stay around 50 as we head into next weekend. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day. For more on your local news, weather, and sports, you can always head on over to KELOLAND.com.